Happy Monday. How's everyone out there doing today?
We are in here. We are in here.
You are tuned in to another episode of Live with the Coopers. Today was a holiday for some of us, so, for Cooper and I, we did not have to work today.
I still got to go tonight.
You got to go tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I forget. As an entrepreneur, some days
No such thing as off days.
no such thing as off days. Yeah.
Next week.
Well, for me, it was an off day. Yeah, you had the day off. You had the day off. So we had an opportunity to have Valentine's Day. We extended our Valentine's Day to Monday morning, and y'all, we went fishing.
Yeah.
So let me just first start off by saying, you guys, I've been fishing since I was a little girl. Coop and I've gone fishing. We've taken Jay fishing and Kobe and kids on our team. So fishing is not anything that's unfamiliar, but it is not necessarily a sport that I like to partake in. But Coop loves it. He loves fishing. So for Valentine's Day, I was trying to think of something that he would enjoy. So I purchased him a fishing excursion. And again, because we're on the grind right now, so we can't really get away. So I was trying to find something close to the house, and I was able to find a fishing trip that was actually very close to our home where we could go and fish. And so we went out for 4 hours today. And I will admit, I was kicking and screaming, didn't want to go, but I had a really good time. So,
Yes, you did.
for those of us that follow us on our personal pages, you'll go and be able to see we caught 19 fish in 4 hours. It was pretty cool.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And in addition to catching the 19 fish, the captain, Captain Kevin was his name, he had this amazing apparatus. It was, what was it called, Cooper? Live scope, where we could actually see underneath the boat. We can see down like toward the bottom of the lake. So we were able to see, it uses kind of like an infrared system where we could see our line going down. Now, this was not the entire fishing trip. He saved this for probably the last hour of the trip. For 3 hours, we were fishing blindly, right? Like regular people. We did okay, even with that. But once we got to that certain spot and we turned on that system and was able to see underneath, it was, what is it called when a bunch of fish come in a group? School of fish. Yeah, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
They were all over the place. And so that's when I was like, all right, this is my type of fishing. I can see underneath. I know where they are. I was hooking them all in the gut and everything. Yeah.
She did a great job. I see Miss Linda ask how many did I catch. Look, guys, I focused on Candace, and it's gonna go with the topic tonight. So this is key. I really want y'all to pay attention to the fact that we're starting now talking about the fishing, because I focused on Candace because she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. She wasn't interested in going. And a lot of times when we talk about these things, we got a good topic tonight, because we're gonna go just put it on out here tonight, because it right now, I think a lot of the problem that we're having, if y'all haven't figured it out right now, I love talking about relationships, because nobody talks about relationships. It's not cool to talk about relationships. I don't want people out in my business, blah, 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 blah. But the problem we have is we don't communicate. And I think a main thing that I want to point out tonight is, a lot of times it seems like the women don't have particular things that they enjoy doing. And if there are things they enjoy doing, they're not things that really the men can participate in with them. So it almost comes down to a point where men are trying to figure out how to make a woman happy, when the reality is a woman got to know how to make herself happy before a man can make her happy. And men pretty much know what they enjoy. I mean, we know what we enjoy. We know what we can go out and do and we can have fun doing it. And so that's something I want to point out tonight. I think that this topic, if y'all participate with us, like, share, and subscribe, guys. If y'all participate with us in this topic, I think that we're going to be able to point out some of those things and really help some people out tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, let me get into this. I want to go over some quick sports things. Currently tonight, in the moment, right now, at halftime for Stony Point High School, who is ranked in the top 3 in the state right now, 6A. Our nephew Allen Guyton Jr. is a point guard for that team. We are really pulling for them down here. And at halftime, they was winning their first playoff game, 51-31 against Bowie.
That's right.
All right, so we're pulling for them, and hoping that those boys can make it to state. They are ranked high. They've been ranked high all season. I think they was ranked as high as number 2. So it's a good thing right now, and we're really pulling for them. Track season is here, guys. Track season is here.
We have arrived.
Track season is here, guys. This weekend, the Austin Honey Badgers will be participating in the Louisiana Youth Indoor Track and Field Classic, and that is hosted at LSU, University of Louisiana State. So we are excited. We will be getting on the road and headed to LSU this weekend with some of my. Just a few of my kids. I just got a few. Only the fam be participating with me. So I know some of y'all that follow the Honey Badgers and follow me may see me posting a few videos. It's only a few kids out there right now, and it's just some of my younger fam. These are the kids that are die hard with me. Okay, so it's just a few of those out there right now. And track season will be beginning soon. Matter of fact, our parent orientation is coming up in the beginning of March. I think the first Sunday in March.
Yep.
And we will start practice that following Monday. And we have our meet schedule set. If you know of a kid that can benefit from having us and being a part of the village here in the Austin area, Manheim, Pflugerville, Round Rock, South Austin, North Austin, you name it. Please send them to our website, www.austinhoneybadgers.org, because registration has opened and we are ready to go when it comes to track and field season. We got a schedule up. It's going to be a good schedule. We ourselves are hosting 3 meets this year. Yes, we ourselves are hosting 3 meets this year. Here's the reality, guys. We host some of the best meets in the country. And the Coaches Coalition, led by Coach Carmen Kiera, is true to this. We're serious about it, and we want to make track as exciting here as anywhere. We respect Houston, we respect Dallas, we respect San Antonio. San Antonio is a part of the Central region, but at this time, Austin, I want to make track as exciting here as anywhere. This is not about us trying to host all the meets. This is not about none of that like that. But if there isn't a meet going on that weekend, I want one going, because I want kids to have an opportunity to run right here. I want as many meets right here in this area as possible for people to be able to participate in this great sport. I believe it gives a lot of opportunities to kids, and I want them to have those chances. So we are hosting a meet on April 6th, 2024. That's the first Reckoning meet for Reckoning 1. Okay, that will be all running events. That's at Burger Stadium. Then we have the big dog, Clash of Texas. This year, guys, we're probably looking at it, I believe, 2,250 to 2,500 kids.
2,500. That's the goal.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be there, and then we're gonna probably have to cut it at that, But that's probably what we're looking at this year. It's gonna be huge. We're gonna have. I'm getting in touch with all kind of
entertainment,
vendors,
food vendors.
Food vendors. Guys, look, let me explain something to y'all about that meet. That meet is a family reunion that has track on the side. We do not have family reunions no more. That means it's a family reunion. It's going to be a party out there. I'm telling you right now. I want a party at Clash of Texas. That's what I want it to be. That's what it's becoming. And I'm going to make it more and more that every single year. So I'm excited about that. To live with you and make her run track. Hey, Chris say that girl out there doing them gymnastics and doing it better than anybody I've seen at that age. She don't want to run no track, but of course you could. You already know you could. Clash of Texas is becoming a party, guys, and it's an exciting one. We do not have family reunions anymore, and that's what I want that to be. That is my family reunion each and every year now. Clash of Texas. My people are those people. All right, so I'm excited about that. It's going to be huge. If you get a chance to come out and get some of the best food in Austin, please come get it because I'm going to have great vendors out there. And then finally, we're going to have a Reckoning 2 meet on May 25th, which is the Memorial Day weekend. And on that meet, I'm going to have a final in the 1, 2, and the 4. We will be adding field events for that Reckoning meet. And I'm going to have a final for that one in the 1, 2, and the 4. So we're going to make it even more exciting. Okay? So we're really looking forward to that one. And I'm going to add the 4-inch Clash type medal for the Reckoning for first place finishers in that one. So we got a lot going on, guys. Those are just our meets. But, of course, I have 9 practice meets on the schedule for our team. So if you are looking for a quality organization that got their stuff together, we are organized. Everything is on there. People normally have to call the people to, let me ask you this question. You ain't got to ask nothing. Candace done put all that on the website. If you want to call, you just call them to make sure we not a scam. That's the only reason you got to call. One guy called me the other day, say, I just want to hear somebody's voice before I send the money. Because we are organized. We got our stuff together. You don't get to come over here and say, all them black folks ain't got their shit together. Not over here. Not over here.
A bullshit?
Not over here.
A bullshit?
Not over here. My parents don't complain. My parents don't worry. My parents ain't got to fuss. My parents ain't got to go off on nobody. Because Coop handles all of that. I'm the nut. They don't have to be a nut on this team. All right? So everything is good. We're excited about that. And finally, yes, my wife got to participate in the sport of fishing today. And she did an outstanding job. I saw Miss Linda ask how many did I catch. Miss Linda, I caught plenty of fish. You can go on my page and see I was pulling bass all out the weeds out there. I got plenty of fish, but I really wasn't excited about mine because I was so excited about my wife doing it with me, because that is a part of, besides youth, a part of what I love talking about and love doing is inspiring relationships to make it. I want to encourage these relationships to hang in there. I want to encourage our people to not give up on their relationships. There is plenty of people out here that are going through the same things that you're going through. When you're feeling bored and tired and you want something new, well, it ain't all that good out there in them streets. It ain't good out there in them streets. And your ass is probably going to get ran circles around out there because you don't know how to maneuver in them streets no more. You're going to fall asleep out there in the club. Okay? You're not ready for them streets no more. You need to stay in there and hang in there if you got somebody of quality. Alright, so that's what we're going to be focusing on tonight. Anything else before we get into that topic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a lot. I'm sorry. Yo, a quick hand clap for us. I had a lot.
Pastor Dominic, you are right. I did enjoy it, even though I went kicking and screaming. You guys, I bought this as a Valentine's Day gift, but honestly, I wanted him just to kind of enjoy himself because he worked so hard. We just had I wouldn't call it a challenging, but we had the last 4 months of 2023.
Kick our ass. Kick our ass.
Yeah.
It kicked our ass. I'm not even gonna lie.
It really did.
Look,
I mean,
look.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
That's how we felt. That's how we felt. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got our ass kicked over these last 3 months.
Yeah, we have been married almost nearly 14 years. And in the time that we've been married, of course, when we first got married, we were hustling. You know, we finally got to the point, you know, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. We finally got to the point where we were very comfortable, you know, from a financial standpoint. I felt like we had all of our work had finally kind of paid off. And we went through a tremendous amount of just like difficult things happening, and I will say, Coop hung in. We both hung in there, but Coop went to work hard, overtime and double, and trying to just kind of keep our head above water, and we made it. We made it together.
Let me advise y'all of something. When they say make sure you make a cushion, you keep a cushion in that account.
Yeah.
You better keep a cushion.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea how many bills you got until things get rough. You really don't. I think once you get into
We're being transparent.
a mode of just being, guys, y'all know
We
that.
gotta be transparent.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all
because
you have no idea how many bills y'all have until things get rough, until you go through something. And when you go through something, guys, the money that you think you got, you be like, oh man, I got about 6 months of money. Shit.
A bullshit.
And that's what they say, have 6 months,
Hey,
and
that money will go
the
so fast. Looking at that account, I was like, man, we got
good.
Money. We
We
good.
good.
We done saved up this money.
Yeah.
Shit, man, look here, man. That money get to dwindling, and then you oh shit, I gotta go work some more hours. I gotta go find some more counts, and we did. Matter of fact, at one point, y'all saw us working out every morning. You see the video stopped all of a sudden, did you? Yeah, the video stopped because I had to take my ass back to work in that morning. We had to go. You can't be, man. Look here, man. Look, you gotta pay them bills. You gotta pay them bills, and so that's what happened, guys. It threw us off a little bit, but getting back on track slowly but surely. You cannot let your little stash go all the way down. So we had to shut some things down. And honestly, man, y'all been hearing me. Some of y'all been hearing me 7 days a week. No joke. Yeah. It's 7 days a week over here. We had to get it.
And I will say this, we give, even during that time frame, we were still giving. We just believe in giving. Like, that's just who we are. Not only do we give of our time, we also give of our finances. And so during the last 4 months, we just believe that if you give, it's going to come back to you tenfold. And so, I will say this, we are very, very blessed. And some people, the norm is paycheck to paycheck. The norm is having to, rob Peter to pay Paul, or whatever the sayings are. But I don't even know how we got into this. But the whole point is that, we are learning, on our journey in this marriage, that you're gonna have times it's like a roller coaster ride, right? And so we looked for this point. We looked for this point in life. We thought that at this point in life it was gonna be fun. We would be finished with the grind. We thought that, hey, we have worked hard and now we're gonna be dating and we're gonna be having fun and it's gonna all be about fun.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
And life started. So when it came to this Valentine's Day, of course, Coop did the traditional. He always does the traditional items, but it was important for me to really.
Oh, I went a little farther though.
You did. No, you did good. You did good. You did good. It was needed. He did. His stuff, he bought me so much stuff, y'all. I hadn't even opened everything. Like, it's just still sitting in there. Pepper was our cat. She was trying to open up one of the gifts today because I'm still, kind of going through all of them. So you did. He did an amazing job. I appreciate it. But this Valentine's Day, I found that it was important for me to really look at what he enjoyed and loves doing because he needed a break. And if I didn't give it to him, who else will? So I did the fishing trip, and you guys, my thought was, okay, you go, but you go with a friend, I was thinking he would take maybe his business partner or a friend, from the team or somebody other than me. But I ended up going, and we had a really, really good time. So we already kind of talked about that, but it was fun. So, of course, now, our children was texting. Now they want to go, and now the family wants to go. And so, who knows? I may be a professional fisherman after all.
But it all comes back to listening to your man.
Yeah.
It all comes back to listening. If
Yeah.
you listen to your man, you'll find that you enjoy things that you never figured that you enjoy. It all come back to listening to your man. Hey man.
But that's not my news. Let me get into the news real quick so we can get into the topic because I'm actually really interested in this topic. Yeah, you're right. It was a test. Boy, I tell you, it was a test.
Ooh, Tanya said she saved up to 6 months of money.
It was gone in 4 months. That's how it happens.
Exactly.
It happens that way. That's not true, y'all. I think a year.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if you don't have a year of savings,
And I'll tell you, if you got car notes, it got to be a year.
yeah.
And if we would have been in the same situation, I let that old man mess my truck up. And that, guys, to this day, I still need therapy for that.
Yeah.
I had my truck paid off and I was done. Guys. I know I had at least 5, 6, 7 more years on that truck. And I let this old tree hugging man mess my truck up because he was a preacher and I believed in him. And I was like,
He didn't listen to his wife.
I didn't do it. I
He didn't listen.
my wife on that one.
You Shade Tree Mechanics. You can do that back in the day. Shade Tree, it was nothing wrong with a Shade Tree mechanic back in the day. But now, y'all, we're driving computers. These cars are so advanced.
He messed up my truck and my Explorer. My Explorer sitting out in front of the house ain't working now.
But it wasn't even his fault. It was his.
Why is it my fault?
Man, you cannot take a computer over to an ancient person and expect that they're gonna be able to fix
If a man said
a
put his
computer.
hand out there and say that he gonna do a job, I expect him to do a job.
My.
That man said he could do
And
a job.
he did.
He did do a job.
He did a
He did
job.
a terrible job.
He did exactly what you paid him.
He did a terrible job. He did a terrible job.
You
And
get what you pay
and
for.
So now I got my car note, and we got my wife's car note. And when you add those car notes back on, man, they brutal. That's $2,000 worth of notes that you just done added back plus insurance. It's trash, man. Get out of them cars. Pay the car off.
But you know what? We got through it. We didn't have to do any strange things for some change. Because let me tell you, it was... What you mean? We didn't have to do strange things for change. We got through it with our integrity and our dignity. Let's get to news.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you guys have been following the trial. Look, we have not had political conversations, and we have not done that for a reason. We probably will in the future. But regardless to what side of the political aisle you are on, if you have not tuned in or at least seen the Fannie, what's the woman's name? Willis trial, you are missing out. DA, District Attorney Willis, out of Georgia. You are truly missing out. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about what's happening and, again, what side of the aisle and should she even be trying this and should she even be doing this. But let me tell you something. That woman she took us to school, the whole nation, and showed us how a woman, can get on the stand. And truly, in my opinion, when you talk about the term is very popular now, stand on business. But in my opinion, he hates that term. Being confident in who you are and what you believe. So regardless of what you believe or say, some people say, oh, she was angry. She's defiant. She's aggressive. She's, all of these terms.
And what is Trump?
But at the end of the day,
And what is Trump?
she gave them the same energy that they were giving her.
Worse.
Let me tell you something. When that woman said, I've been pacing, again, regardless of how you feel or believe, okay? When she said, I've been pacing in my office and I ran to this courthouse when it was my time because I was eager to get up here. And then when her dad, speaking of money, her dad talked about saving for 6 months. But then when her old school dad got up there,
I loved it.
man, then you can just kind of really understand, like, who raised her. You can really understand those old school values. But the fact that I loved about her was her confidence. I love that she, she did not... she really stood for what she believed in. She didn't allow this to shake her, because let me tell you something. The stuff that this woman is, just imagine you are bringing a case against one of the most powerful men in our country.
A
Okay.
man that just got a civil case for 300.
Yeah, I don't kind of.
300 and
Lord, I'm nearly $400 million. Yeah.
300 and something million dollars.
Lord have mercy.
And then he got a civil case for sexual assault for $83 million. This man stuck his fingers up this woman's crotch and without consent, and we ain't gotta say allegedly no more, because hey, he gotta pay the money. So we talking about a person that stuck. See, listen, here's where we at right now. Here's where society at. And look, man, this ain't about the politics part of it right now. I'm not trying to get you to vote one way or the other way. I'm talking about where we at as a society right now. A man can stick his fingers up a woman's crotch and still run for president. Yet a woman who, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying, is on a big case right now, a humongous case right now.
Huge case.
You know, of importance to this society right now, to our nation, who may have made a mistake by sleeping with a guy that she brought in on the case. Fair, that's fair. But she's being tried. It's like she's being tried in this thing. Like she did something that's illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's not that she didn't. This is about morals on the job. This ain't. But she's being ran across the news as if she broke. She did a felony. She's getting indicted on a felony or something, a major felony, and it's crap. It's trash. It's trash. We're talking about a district attorney that's being treated in ways worse. They're attempting to anyway, because that's what they do. They try to pull you down. They try to make you look bad. They try to go against your character. You know what I'm saying? And what they're doing on these cases. And with that being said, she is being attacked in a way.
Yeah.
But this man has stuck his fingers and grabbed women's. This man
Here's the thing.
And he can still run for president. Forget about what side you're on for a moment. Just think about that part right there. If I did that out here, everything that I do would be ruined. It would be ruined. Even if it came out. Even if one of my kids said it and that kid ain't seen me in 2-3 weeks. If I did that to one of the mamas, everything would be ruined. Ruined. As a coach that makes no money out here. I don't make no money out here.
A volunteer coach.
I'm a volunteer coach. I make no money. There is literally no check coming in for Brandon Cooper for coaching the Honey Badgers. Yet I would be judged on a worse level than this man that is going to possibly be running our country.
Try.
Think about that for a moment. If that don't matter to you, then I mean, that's a major concern when we talk about where we at as a society. They don't even care about that part. It's unbelievable to me. So
and that's
I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I just had to say that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Brandon Cooper. Here's the deal. That's why we haven't had those political conversations yet, because as you
I
can
just had to say it.
we'd be here till midnight.
Oh my God! Y'all have no idea how much I watch this stuff now.
They're coming. It's coming. I mean,
I really don't want to get into it.
We're in election season, so I mean, come on, we can't shy away from the conversation.
It is
But
terrible.
what I wanted to really point out in this trial, without getting into the political conversation, is more about the stereotype for African American women and how we are always looked at as aggressive and, angry and in these
got to be that way now.
terms.
Now you got to
But
be that way.
here's what I'm
That's why I
saying.
told y'all it was African American women's season.
That's it.
It's y'all season.
You
And
listen.
you gotta be that way
You
now.
have to.
You gotta be that way now.
You have to
That's
be
what they're
able
doing.
to. You get me wrong, you
In
guys.
politics.
Don't get me
Not in the home.
No, yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that tonight.
Well, yeah, we'll
Not in the
we'll
home.
discuss that.
Come-
But when
turn
you're out
socks
there,
off when you come home. Turn socks
when
off.
you're out there, you guys, like this woman is being targeted. She can't even stay in her own home because of the you guys see what they did on January 6th. So what is it that you think that they're doing to this woman? This woman is unsafe even in her own space. So again, we cannot, judge her because again, we don't know what shoes she's having to walk in. But what I do know is I'm assuming that it is a very lonely life.
Oh, yeah.
It is a very lonely life.
Oh, yeah.
When you are trying one of the most powerful men in the country, I'm assuming that she has to have probably security around her at all times.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably limited her conversations even with her own father. She has basically been
said
put
he wanted her
herself
where she was.
in a bubble.
Yep.
She has
Yep.
had to live
Yep.
in a bubble.
Yep.
And of course they're going to attack her.
Yep.
Of course they're going to find anything that they can in order to attack her. And I'm going to tell you, based on the way she handled herself on that stand, Trump ought to be scared.
Yeah,
His team
they're
ought to be afraid.
They're afraid.
Because let me tell you something. When you get a woman like that who has no fear, and she is as my mama's put, courageous as she is, who is as confident as she is, and an intelligent lady that in that way that is articulate, who knows the law. Come on now.
Do not turn your back on this
You better
woman.
be scared.
Do not turn your back on this woman, guys. Y'all pray for this woman.
She coming.
And whatever y'all get on and y'all see them talking about this woman, y'all stand up for this woman. Do not turn your back on this woman because this woman had the courage to stand up. And for that, I salute the shit out of her.
That's
I salute
it.
her.
That's
Because
it.
it's too many people that are afraid to
Are
do
cowards.
what she's doing right now.
Are cowards.
She stood
They're
up.
sitting there letting things happen and not even saying it. You guys, I have been in those spaces. I've been in the spaces. I've been at the tables, and I'm looking across the table at people who should be speaking up, who is not. So again, regardless to whether you agree with her or disagree in terms of what she's been allegedly accused of doing,
I
the
ain't
fact
worried about
that this
woman
woman.
getting a piece of penis.
Let-
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. People get sex on the job daily. Now we gonna sit here and hey, I'm from Salute the Real World. I'm from Salute the Real World. And yeah, ain't man one of y'all gonna tell me if you been in a. I know. Ain't man one of y'all gonna tell me y'all don't know nobody that didn't go in the broom closet at the job. Y'all know of it. Y'all know.
I represented them, so I know. But here's the deal with her in her isolated world. She would have to literally probably go years and years as long as she's trying this case and as a district attorney. Even she wouldn't even be able to really have a companion.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
In the anyway, we're not gonna get into that, but because we can literally have a show just about that.
We done did a whole
We
show
done
already.
did a whole show.
Yeah,
But
but
now
let's
let's get into the topic. I didn't even get a chance to talk about who TF did I marry. I've been glued to that on TikTok. If y'all not watching
Who the
that,
fuck did I marry?
if y'all, it's on TikTok, you
on
guys.
TikTok.
If y'all are not watching
like
that
tries not to
50-part
cuss.
series, let me tell you something. Y'all better tune in. That woman is going through. She went through a Tyler Perry, not even a movie, but the Tyler Perry play when he first came out. I'm on 39, and so I'm trying to get through this show so I can finish. It's 50. It's a total of 50 different videos that she's
50
posting.
videos.
Yeah,
I was on number 5 or 6 at work. I'm trying to knock out about 6 or 7 more of them tonight.
Ooh, I'm on part 39. So as soon as I finish with this, I got to get on back over to
So
TikTok.
tell me again, who the fuck that I married?
Yeah, who the fuck did I marry? It's on TikTok, you
It's
guys.
on TikTok.
It's trending on Twitter right now. I mean, again,
Y'all check that
if
out.
you not watching that, I mean, my goodness, you missing out. So clearly,
And the people on the internet done found the man.
they found the man who she's talking about, and boy, I tell you,
Yeah,
it's a time. But tonight's show is really, it's actually a question.
Yeah.
We couldn't put it all off in here, but basically, you kind of brought it up, Cooper. I'm gonna let you introduce the topic for tonight.
Men understanding women. Men, why do men have such a hard time understanding women?
I don't think that men have a hard time understanding women.
Alright, here we go. Why do men have a hard time, understanding women of today's society? Okay? And I want y'all to please, I see a lot of comments already. First of all, ready? Well, here we go. So this is how I'm gonna do this, Red. I'm gonna ask questions, and I need the women. I need y'all to respond to this. First of all, let me tell y'all something. And shout out to all the people that watch this show on their own time. That may not be on the live. Guys, a lot of people reach out to me. They're not going to get onto the show. They're not going to start talk on the show, but they reach out to me. Shout out to my cousin Brunswick Hackett. He's about to get married soon. He reached out to me this week and had a great conversation with me. Matter of fact, asked me to be the best man at his wedding. So I'm extremely honored and excited about that coming up in October. So shout out to my boy. I'm proud of him. Proud of him. I love him. That's my cousin. But anyway, all right. So a lot of people watch this, guys. So what we need you to do is we need you to really continue to put some serious comments in here, guys. Really talk about, when I ask these questions, really talk about what you feel when it comes to, what would help men to better understand women. Okay? All right? So here we go. We're gonna get into this. First of all, what are women looking for in a man? What are women looking for? Did we understand what this audience is? This audience is probably, 30s and up that are watching us, and we're thankful we're grateful for all of you. So when you're talking about 30s and up, I ain't talking about no 20-year-old. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about
40s and up.
Well, 40s and up. Okay. But what are women looking for in a man? Let's start from the beginning. That's the first thing. Because for a woman to find a man, she got to know what she's looking for. Mm-hmm. So what is a woman looking for in a man? All right? Miss Chancellor says security. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. That's too broad. Mm-hmm. See? Define it, Miss Chancellor. Miss Chancellor, define security. Mm-hmm. What does security mean to you? Because security could mean a guy that sit over with a pistol and stand outside your house and make sure the house is secure. What does security mean to you? Derek Red says, my head hurts already.
Y'all make this more complicated than what it really is.
It is complicated because we don't understand y'all. Mm-hmm. It is complicated. Men are simple creatures. Majority of the men, you gotta understand, these are guys that are friends with me. These are simple creatures.
Yeah.
Men are simple creatures. Now you ain't gonna see us hanging with no men that are too flamboyant and too, when you talk about men that are so outgoing and this and that just ain't us.
They require a lot.
We are very simple creatures. Men are very simple creatures, so it's easy to break down a man. It really is. Mm-hmm. Most men operate on a level that is so simple that for a woman to say she don't understand a man is clueless to me. But, you know, so Miss Chasden said security. And Miss Tanya said men operate out of logic. Goddamn. Shit. Goddamn, I pushed the wrong one.
Black and white, no gray areas.
That's how men operate. Miss Tanya, tell me what a woman is looking for. What a woman wants changes with her emotions. Explain that to me, Miss Tanya, because that is what we're having a problem with. Women go off emotions, and men now y'all correct me if I'm wrong here. Men attempt, if you got a good man, a good man is going to attempt to create a routine. A routine with his job, a routine with his kids, a routine with his wife, a routine with his church or whatever extra organization he's involved in, a routine with what he enjoys to do, his hobbies. A man, most of the time, is going that hobby might be sitting outside in his backyard, you know, with a fire, with a pit and some wood and barbecuing some meat. They might be working on an old school car. They might be fishing. They might be golfing. It's multiple things that men enjoy to do. They're gonna create a routine with their job, and when they have some off time, they're going to attempt to spend time dealing with their hobby and also a little bit of time with their wife. Okay? Women! Correct me if I'm wrong here. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. When I see most women in today's society, back in the days I used to watch my grandma and them, in their spare time, they would sew. They sew quilts. They would talk on the phone. They would read the Bible. They would go work out in the garden. They enjoy cleaning their home and listening.
Enjoyed it. Now I gotta stop you.
My grandma enjoyed cleaning her home. She enjoyed cleaning her home.
She may enjoy having a clean house.
Smell like
and
pine sol.
it's a difference.
You
Hold on.
smell that pine sol down the road.
Hold on.
My grandma enjoyed cleaning her house.
It's a difference between enjoying having a clean home and enjoying cleaning.
My grandma
That's a
was
difference.
proud. I'm gonna tell you something. My grandma was proud of cooking a meal. My grandma would sit down in front of that table and watch me.
Let me tell you something. I have talked to a whole lot of women, and they've been from ages 2 years old to 100. Hold on. Now, one thing you can't do is tell me what a woman likes and dislikes. And I will tell you, I have never met a woman in my entire 43 years of living that has says I just enjoy cleaning, cooking. I've never heard one. Hold on. Now, wait a minute. Let me take that back. When they talk about enjoy cooking, I will have you that.
Because she played her music and there was a time to herself, and there was a time to also make me get up and do my thing.
She enjoys.
She taught me.
She enjoys having a clean home for her family. That's the enjoyment. Being able to, yes, and we would all get up on Saturdays. That's how we. Growing up in the homes. Hold on. Growing up in the look at this. Look. Miss Tice says no woman enjoys cleaning. No one enjoys it. However, we do want the satisfaction of having a clean home. And hold on. What you mean? Hold on. What do you mean? What we?
Who clean this house?
You do and I do. We both clean this home.
I'm talking about the floors.
Oh, now mopping. And let me tell you something. And the toilets, there's just a certain, but that's our partnership. When you started this, you asked the question, what are women looking for in a man?
What are women looking for in a man?
That's what you asked the question. And here's the deal.
My wife is a politician. She's a politician.
Make third down more manageable.
And let me tell you something. I know my strengths and I know my weakness.
I'm married to a female.
against CeeDee Lamb. This time CeeDee Lamb's
bad.
Let me tell you something.
She's bad.
But
You
when
see
it
how
comes
she
to
gotta
the
work
floors,
You see how she gotta work
you're a
real quick?
professional at it. You've
I
been
am not a
trained.
professional at it. I am
You're
not
a professional.
I'm not
I
professional
wouldn't
at
dare
this
come and take over. I wouldn't dare.
Y'all see this shit?
I wouldn't
It's
dare.
amazing. Y'all see this? I love her. I love her to death, guys. She's a politician. She's amazing. She's amazing.
But going back to the security, stability, you know, when you talk about, the question was, what are women looking for in a man?
What are women looking for in a man?
I think, you know, partnership. Now, again, I don't speak for all women. Come on, women, help me out here. Put it in the comments. But, you know, we're looking for honesty.
Get to the bottom of this
We're
tonight.
looking for honesty. You know, we're looking for somebody who we can spend and share our life with. Somebody who can listen.
What is
someone
that
who-
honesty based on?
What is the honesty based on? What do you
What is
mean?
that?
I mean,
what
just
is that honesty based on?
there's only one type of way to be honest. You either honest or you a liar. I don't
What
see
is
any
the
way
honesty
between.
When you say you're looking for honesty, what is the honesty based on?
I mean, honesty just in terms of everything. Being honest in general, like telling the truth.
Telling
Truth. Yeah, about anything. I mean, I'm not talking about anything
Okay, so
in particular.
that's why I said we want to
There have
start
been
from the
so
beginning.
many, and maybe
When we
because
start from the beginning, let's say when we start from the beginning, let's say we started when we got married.
right.
Okay, so when you stand down that aisle and
Yeah.
you take those vows,
Yeah.
those vows basically say, I belong to you,
That's right.
you belong to me.
That's right.
You are dedicating your efforts to pleasing, satisfying, and helping me to be a happy man. I am dedicating my efforts
To be the best.
pleasing, satisfying, and making you a happy woman.
Okay, so I disagree with that. I think that,
shit.
hold
Here we
on,
go.
listen.
Here we go.
See, that's part of listening. You got to listen. You are not taking the vow to say that you're to make your spouse happy. That's not true. Because happiness comes from within.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I
agree
can't
with that.
make you happy and you can't make me happy.
Share in your happiness.
No, what you can do is that
Participate
you
in
can
your happiness.
what you can encourage, you can contribute towards it, but what you really want to do is make that person, in my opinion, a better version of themselves. So so here's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but part of that is you've got to know, because throughout especially a lifetime, we're talking about marriage is a lifetime, y'all.
So
if marriage-
happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Okay,
I don't
so
agree
let's
with
stop
that.
saying that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
If that's
Yeah.
what you just said.
Yeah, I don't
happy
agree with
wife,
that.
Happy life, happy. Stop saying that.
I don't
stop saying
agree.
it.
I don't agree with happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
I
stop saying it.
I honestly don't agree with that, because here's the deal. In life, you're gonna go through some stuff, right? And your happiness cannot be built on everybody else. Your happiness has to be built on self, right? Your happiness comes from you, because it's self-love first. In order for me to love you unconditionally, love you, and you to love me, you gotta love yourself first.
I agree.
Because if you don't love yourself and you're not making yourself happy, then you don't even know how to tell somebody else how to love you or how to make you happy.
You didn't think like this in the beginning.
Hell no, I didn't think like that in the
You
beginning.
expected me to.
No, I didn't. I came into this marriage thinking that you were supposed to be able to make me happy. That you were supposed to be the one to be the nurturer and all of this kind of stuff. But wisdom.
Ooh, you used to use that word a lot.
I used to use nurturing a lot.
My wife used to use that
it a
nurture
lot.
word all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And she didn't even know what nurture meant.
And I'm going to tell you what I meant by that, y'all. I'm not the most affectionate person. So because I was not the most affectionate person, I wanted my spouse to, like, I would say you to be the person to 100% provide all the affection and the nurturing. So I was describing for him what nurturing meant. That's what I remember. I used to always try to define it, because you was like, well, what do you mean when you say that? And then I would try to define what nurturing meant. Right? And for me, because nurturing is intimacy, and I was talking about what those things meant, but it was because I lacked at that time, 100% the ability to be affectionate, especially, in public and stuff.
Yeah.
I was, no offense. My mother knows I love her to death, but I come from a long lineage rather of strong women. And when you think about what that strong woman is, what it means, it's we don't cry in public. We're not as vulnerable, And so when I first married him,
That's what they are. That's what they are.
this is water, by the way. Well, I am wine, but
That's what they are right there.
warriors. We have to be. We have to be. I'm gonna cut it off so early because we got a lot to talk about. Not with your man, but that's where. Hold on. That's where when you as a woman, you got the baggage from your father. You got the baggage from all the relationships that you've had prior to. You have the baggage of what you've observed, and you're typically taking those experiences and those observations, and you're typically bringing them. It helps you to create what you see. And if you don't see a healthy marriage, and if you don't see men in healthy marriages, then you typically end up taking that into your marriage. Now, is that right? Hell no. But it is a way to protect yourself. It is a way. So what happens is women create almost like you used to talk about a wall. You used to talk about the wall. And women will create that in order to protect themselves because of what they've seen, what life has told them. Okay, now this is getting good. I got to kick off my shoes. But here's the deal. What wisdom taught me over the years is that it was okay for me to be vulnerable. Now I'm comfortable to be as vulnerable as I can be with you, but I didn't come into the marriage that way. That was learned over time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So what I came into the marriage thinking that I wanted was not necessarily what I know I needed.
So now that we're at that point,
Yeah.
what is a woman looking for in a man other than security?
I think it's for me, I want to feel safe. And
That's
what I
good.
mean is safe with my feelings. I want to be safe with, knowing that I can be vulnerable, safe with me being my true self. And so again, not speaking for all women, but that's what I'm looking for. So when Miss
I can't now. This is where I will give my wife credit. My wife, I can admit this with my wife. My wife has never made money an issue with me. She's never made money an issue from the beginning. I think my wife knew that she was capable of making good money, and she never made finances a big deal with me.
Never.
Even though I made my own money, she didn't hesitate to put our money together.
Never.
And I handled all the bills, handled all the money, all that stuff. So she never made that a big deal with us at all. So I will definitely give a round of applause to my wife.
Going back in strengths and weaknesses, you guys, I know my capability, I know my worth, and I know I can always make money. Money gonna come, money gonna go, right? But I knew in my weaknesses, that saving was not necessarily one of my strengths, where it was yours.
And I'll save it all.
Lord Jesus. Let me tell y'all something.
Other than for the track team. Now I go all out with the track team, but other than that.
Businesses, he gonna go all out.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. When I first met this man, when we first got, probably in the first several years of our marriage, he would sit at his job. I wanted them to throw that computer out the window. Y'all, he would sit at the job. He would pull up in the morning.
First thing in the morning when I got
First
there.
thing
Make my
when he
coffee.
got to
I
work,
make my
he
coffee.
make his coffee. He's going to pull up our bank account.
Routine.
He's going to pull up our bank account. And he watched that bank account the entire day. So from 8 to 5 or whatever time he was at work, he's watching it like a hawk. Do y'all hear me?
Damn right. I was talking
Every penny.
Shout out to Odell Cooper.
Every
R.I.P.
penny that was spent. I would go to lunch, y'all, and then he.
Hold on. Let them walk on. Odell Cooper talking, man. That man couldn't read or write, but he knew how to watch that bank account. He knew how to go up there to that bank and check his account. I know he knew how to do that. Gee.
Y'all, he watched that money like nobody's business. And he used to really irritate me in the beginning. Then I realized, well, hey, if you got a man that can watch your money like that one of these days, and I can make money, I know my capabilities when it comes to making money, and he knows how to watch the money. I said, we going to be rich one day. So I learned to not allow that to frustrate me or irritate me, because he was saying, now, what are you doing over there spending lunch at Mama Fuse? I never forget it. I had gone to lunch, you guys, and I think the lunch was like $12 or something. And he was $12 for a lunch? And most people would get upset about that. Why in the world is this man monitoring my spending when it came to lunch? You know, I'm going to still go and do a $12 lunch. But I appreciate the fact that, you know, I took that as he's trying to do that for our family, right? So it's just how you look at it. And so I appreciate the fact, you know, again, when we married, I knew my strengths. I almost did like a SWOT analysis. I knew my strengths, I knew my weaknesses, and I knew his. So finances was something I didn't have a problem with you when it came to that, ever. And I would recommend, to be honest with you, women or men that's out there, know who you marry when it comes to finances. Know what you got. If you're marrying somebody with a credit score of 200, then that might not necessarily be the person that needs to be managing the bills, okay? But if someone has a high credit score, but maybe they're not earning as much, hey, why wouldn't you be terrible? And also making sure you say, okay, if we're going to spend above a certain money, making sure that you have that agreement that, hey, if we spend above that certain amount, then there's an understanding that we're going to talk to each other. So I'm not a financial guru, you guys, but I just know what works for us. And what worked for us was we were the complete opposite when it came to finances, and it worked. It worked. It's continuing to work this day.
Let's read some of this real quick.
All right.
Dave Red says, some women actually do enjoy cleaning. It can be their muse, or that activity can be their mental meditation space. Look here.
Now, again. Now,
Let
yeah.
me clap for that man. And the reason I say that is because
You said that.
Hold on. I agree with the women that nobody might not enjoy cleaning. I get it. But I do agree with Red also that it can be a time for you to meditate and think. Because when I'm out on these jobs now with this commercial cleaning company, I have time to myself where I can listen to music, I can listen to sports radio, I can listen to this, I can just not listen to nothing at all. And just think about the things that I have a lot of time to myself in peace, guys. There's no boss standing over my shoulders anymore. You know, and that in itself is a peace and a time to really reflect on what you need to do, where you're trying to go, what are you trying to do with your wife, what you're trying to do with your kids. I mean, it's a time to reflect. So I do agree with Red on that.
Here's where I would say, in terms of cleaning, when I get pissed off, I can clean this whole house.
Candace, that's the part that'll piss you off.
Man, let me
Candace
tell
can clean
you.
this house better than
Oh
anybody.
my
Candace can clean
gosh.
better than me any day.
Let me tell y'all, if I get pissed off,
no dirty house.
I'm slinging clothes and Fabulosa. So
Fabulosa, boy. That's a new pine saw. That's
the only time I'm finna take everything out on this dirtiness, okay? Because that's the only time I think when I get yeah, you're right. Maybe it is for mental meditation, and I will agree with that. Because when I get pissed off, I can clean up anything. I'd rather clean and be on what's that show, Snap?
No, you ain't gonna be on Snap. Miss Adrian says convenience, monogamy of marriage, but being treated with the excitement and lust of a girlfriend.
Yes.
Woo!
I love it.
Woo!
I love it. You got to read that one again.
Wait a minute. Convenience, monogamy of marriage, but being treated with the excitement and lust of a girlfriend. Having fun, feeling considered
And heard.
heard. God damn.
I like that lust of a
Woo,
girlfriend.
Man.
I like that part.
Now,
she spoke a word.
Now, hold on. Now, we can stay on that one
Now,
for
she-
a while.
yeah,
Now,
she
hold
spoke
on.
a word right
now,
there.
what that Miss Adrian, do you gotta talk to me, Miss Adrian? Now, that's one of shout out to Miss Adrian Evans. I enjoy her every week. She comes in here and she always participates with us, or she holler at us when she get to listen to it later on. But that's one of my honey badger moms. Love her. Miss Adrian, you gotta give me something with that. You gotta give me some extra.
Man,
with
that lust of a girlfriend.
You know what? Cause the lust of a girlfriend that goes back to the thrill. That's when you're talking about the thrill. How do we do that, Miss Adrian? Because we all need help with that. Me and Candace even need help with that. We are in that business mode right now. I'll be honest with you. We in that business mode. Guys, when it comes, come on.
Hold on, that too real.
Well, let's just be real, guys. Now, hold on. Now, we in that business mode.
You gonna get too loose.
We gonna be intimate. But the intimacy when you in this zone right here is different.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Yeah.
It's different. The intimacy, here's the problem.
Yeah.
And when we talk about men understanding women, I think this is the major thing for men. Because, with men, it comes down to the belly and the crotch. That's what, and then peace.
And peace.
You got, those are the three things when it comes down.
Leave me alone.
You can either put them in there.
F me, feed me, leave me alone.
You can put them in any order you want to put them in.
Yeah.
The belly, the crotch, peace.
Yeah.
Or peace, crotch, belly. However you want to do it.
F me, feed me, leave me alone.
There you go. That's what it comes down to. So, with that being said, the thrill is gone when you constantly wake up to the same person. That's the situation for the man. That's also the situation for the woman.
Yeah.
The woman, most times when you get a woman who's educated, who had her head on straight, who's done everything right up to this point, that she could. She made some mistakes, but she did everything to get to the point where she's at. I believe I got a good woman. Okay, but most of the times when you've done that, you get to a point where, okay, you're so busy doing all these other things in life, that everything else kind of takes a back seat to, what you're now focused on. It's always what's new, what's next, what's exciting, what's the next fun thing to do. And at this age, a lot of women are thinking the next fun thing is trips, seeing the world, brunches. These are the things that I hear women talk about. So I think why men, here's where I'm stepping in. I think a problem that men have is that we have a hard time understanding y'all, because everything that y'all want to do at this age costs money. It costs
You
major
have
money.
to leave out of the house in order to create
You
that
gotta
thrill.
go. You gotta go.
And so-
like, if there's no excitement, like we can't find a way to be exciting. I'm talking about.
But men are hunters. You guys hunt, right? And then once you finally,
we were good at it.
and then
We were good at it.
once you finish the hunt, you've completed the hunt. Then what else are you hunting
We were
for?
tired, and you put a ball and chain on.
No, it ain't no ball and chain.
It is a
So
ball
what
and
you
chain.
have to do now is you have to
It's a good
create
thing,
what
though,
that
'cause it's
excitement
a lot of
looks
bad stuff
like.
going on out in the
Man, a whole lot of bad stuff is
There's a
going
lot of
on.
bad- Boy,
You
Tuka showed y'all some raw
done
stuff.
fooled around and thought you was with one person and was really with somebody totally different.
With that bussy. You be with that bussy.
So here's the deal.
You get too many of these whiskeys and you'll be with that bussy. You'll be with that bussy. That bussy is real. They look so real out there. I know. Man, look, I'm so slow. And when it comes to certain things, I'm very talented. Candace like talked about a while ago, her strengths and her weaknesses.
Yeah.
I don't need to be in them streets. It's not for me. I'm too green. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm green. I got a heart. I'm too soft now. I'm in a soft man era. I have passed my hardcore era, and I'm not there no more. I can't figure it out. These women are out here, and they really not women. They are men, and they got pussies.
And the thing about it is they're a lot more aggressive.
Oh, they tough. They tough.
It's a lot more aggression going on because
streets.
women have taken on, what typically back in the day would be more of a male kind of persona. They're approaching and they're going after what they want because women realize now that men, they are completely. What is it? What are you reading now?
My boy Tro, I grew up with Tro. Tro say coop big tight.
Oh Lord, man,
They know me, man.
the most
They know me.
frugal guy. Let's get to some of these comments because
Tony said cleaning is peaceful. That's
hold on. Yeah, it is a difference.
Okay.
It is a difference. Hold on. Let me catch up with you. Let me see.
Christine said, he said we have a hard time understanding because we're stupid.
Hey, we are stupid when it comes to certain things. We're not stupid. We're just ignorant to emotional beings.
You're not. It's biology, you guys. It's biology.
We're just ignorant.
You can take
We don't think like them. They can think one way the next one day, and they're a totally different person the next day. And that's the confusing part for men. That's the part that
women bring life into this world, and part of bringing life into the world means that you're gonna have ovaries. You are biologically a lot more emotional. You have certain organs within you that cause you to go on an emotional roller coaster. And that's a wonderful thing because those things also allow you to bring life into this world. You guys are not built and created like that. I think when God was creating man and woman, I think he was really laughing. He said, I'm finna make some, I'm gonna create these two totally different beings and then ensure that their abilities are very, very different. They're the opposite. And
but men have, this is what men have a hard time with.
all right.
A woman is a beautiful creature.
she is a beautiful creature with beautiful parts and beautiful things that she can do. Amazing things. A woman can take a wife beater. She can take a wife beater shirt.
Yep.
And some heels. And throw her hair, if she got hair. Throw a weave, whatever you got.
Oh, this Felicia. I got my Felicia. Felicia look.
And
My
I'm
by
all
Felicia.
on that. I'm really
Listen,
ready to get off this thing
you
so I can
guys-
get my few minutes in. My baby she can do this right here with her hat and her full of and her Friday night Felicia, and that turns me on. All she gotta do now is put her heels on and walk in front of me and here we go.
Lord Jesus.
Here we go.
Third down, more manageable.
Let me tell you
It
this.
is so
You got Instagram
simple for a
models
woman.
and
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time,
I don't
CeeDee
need
Lamb.
that. I don't need
Let me
that.
tell you something. People looking at me like, oh my gosh, when she come on, you guys, this is just the confidence in me. But I wash my hair tonight. Yeah.
All I need is
I'm
the
just
effort.
saying. A lot of men are not looking. They're not gonna go looking for somebody like this. They're gonna go looking for the Instagram model.
We're talking about keeping what you got.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so if a man is already in this situation, we're talking about keeping what you got, understanding the woman that you got, not necessarily understanding some Instagram model, because most of men, it's kind of like that show I had in the beginning of this thing when I talked about women that was out of their league. You out of your league. Men, when you looking at those Instagram models, you out of your league. Let's be real here. You're out of your league. You don't qualify for her. You know why? Hold on. You know why? Because you probably ain't got enough money. Because she is out there, she didn't go get that BBL. She didn't go spend $1,000 on her head and her eyelashes and her toenails. She didn't go spend $1,000 on that dress, $1,000 on them shoes to be with your goddamn ass that ain't got enough money to pay for what she got on tonight.
She's looking for a return on her investment.
Come on now, that woman is doing business.
She has invested
And your $40 ain't gonna get her for the night.
whole lot of money.
You can't get her with $40. You can't get her with that hour-long hotel room. You can't get her with that. She ain't trying to be in no room that leaves the light on for you. She wants to cut the light on when she get there. You know, and she wants service coming to the room when the light is cut on.
You better believe it.
That woman ain't for you. And here's the deal. You knock that woman down. If you went and got your income tax or you got a bonus at work and you give this woman all your money. You give that woman all your money, but you knock her down and you realize that behind all that beautiful hair and them fake eyelashes and that BBL is still the average cooch. It's average. It ain't no better than the cooch you done had. You done had better. You done had better. It ain't impressive. You know why? Because she don't have to be impressive. When she walked into the hotel, she was already impressive. Being on your shoulder was her impressive. The effort that she was going to give you in the bedroom wasn't going to be no more impressive than the effort that your wife gave you at home. And that's the fact. You paid for average. Whistle. It took me a while to understand and learn that. It truly took me a while to understand it. Because don't get me wrong, as a 44, am I 44?
Yep.
44-year-old man.
Yep.
I'll still look at it when it's on Instagram. It'll pass by. I'll look at it. Whoa, she sure looks nice walking. But after a while, guys, you finally realize that if you don't give a damn about that woman, it's still an average cooch. It ain't no
It's
better
about
than anything else.
the substance.
It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. Okay, you'll be happy in the moment that you caught her, but you'll be mad at yourself when you're Ubering home, $4,000 less in your pocket, $3,000 less in your pocket, $1,000 less in your pocket. Boy, I ain't never been about it. I ain't never been about going to no strip club. The most I went to strip club when we were rapping, I was doing shows there. I was getting paid to be in the strip club. I ain't never been about no woman dancing on me. What you gonna dance on me for? And get me all aroused and then you gonna go to the next man. I ain't never understood it. I buy my friend. You gonna put that stank mess up on my chest and then you gonna go to the next man. I ain't never understood it. You been sweating all night long. You done been on every John in this damn room.
Oh, damn mercy.
I ain't never understood. I ain't never understood that. I ain't paying for shit. I ain't paying for nothing. I ain't never paid for a piece of. I ain't never paid for nothing. I ain't paying for it. Okay?
All right.
So we gotta find a way. Let me get back to the subject.
Let's get back to the subject.
I'm saying all that to say we gotta find a way to make it work right here.
Wait a minute.
Right here in the home.
Now I'm already sore from fishing. Now you gonna go and hit my back.
Mercy.
Now I gotta go get my heating pad
We
out.
gotta find a way to make it work in the home. So what is attractive? Next question. What is attractive to a woman? What is attractive to a woman?
To a woman?
To a woman. What attracts a woman to a man?
See, I've been always about confidence. See, a lot of people are into like physical looks, right? And they'll say, oh, he has to be, a certain height or a certain complexion or a certain this or a certain that. Physical attributes have never attracted me. It's more so for me about the confidence. It's about the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he acts in a room of people. So what attracts me is a little different. Cause
Hold on now. I went back and looked at when you first got with me.
Let me tell you something. But at the end of the day,
I disagree, man.
But physical attributes. I'm just
take my shirt off when I went in places.
Okay.
I used to be something.
And what did you always say? Used to be's don't make honey. So here's what I know: the physical is gonna always leave. I mean, your way you look now is not how you gonna look 50 years from now.
Yeah.
So for me, again, I'm more so attracted. That attraction has more so to do with, and people will say it and they don't mean it, but I actually meant it. You know, what attracted me to is different. But most women, when you ask that question, they're gonna, of course, go to, not most, but some will go towards the physical attributes. For me, stability. Like stability. If you are consistent, that's what's attracted to me. A consistent person, a confident person, a stable person, an individual that knows who he is, where he's going. I joke all the time and I say I'm Mary Cooper's credit. But here's what I do know. What does a credit score tell you? What does a credit score tell you? A credit score tells you what? That a person is consistent. It tells you that they're stable. It tells you what? That they're going to pay attention to the details. Come on now, let's break down what a credit score really is. A credit score is going to let you know that they don't like having negativity by their name. So for me, you know, I joke all the time when I tell people, I say I married Coop for his credit score, but his credit score told me a whole lot about him. So that credit score was quite attractive. You know, and when he told me that, it's not the fact of what the credit score was, the number. It was about what was behind the credit score that told me about the man. And that's what attracted me. And that's what I look for. You know, something totally different. Because when life is hard, you know, and again, I always talk about it. Something could happen tomorrow. I don't look the way I looked 20 years ago. He doesn't either. You know, we're going to get back to that. But we don't look how we look. That's gonna fade.
Oh, okay,
so,
got some outstanding comments tonight.
we got some real good. This, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, hold on. Where you at?
Christina Senior says,
Hold on.
Hard time understanding because we're stupid. I read that earlier. I clean up and down. Miss Tanya, I clean up and down, in and out when I'm mad. Everybody get out the way.
I know that's right. That's me. That's me. I can clean this whole house, this whole neighborhood. I can clean when I get mad. He was talking about because I was saying I could end up on Snap if I don't clean. So what I got to put it out on something. See, hold on. Years ago in therapy, they were like, Candace, if you ever get angry, you just take out a phone book and you start tearing it up. You know, I learned that technique. Well, now we don't have phone books, so I clean.
Phone book and tear it up.
Oh yeah, they told me. They said you've heard of the rooms. You've heard of that as a teacher and back in probation. I'm sure you know they'll have
take a phone book out and tear it up.
If you get angry.
I've never heard that.
Oh yeah. That was one of the techniques. You know, I was like, I get angry sometimes. You know, just about life. This was back when I was younger. I was a teenager and having gone through an experience in life that made me very angry. And they said, get a phone book out and tear it up. Well, now I don't tear up phone books. I clean my house.
Well, tear up your man. Just tear him up.
Oh, Lord. Adrian Evans says, that means
she skips across that.
Don't come in me like I'm your baby mama. I was married for 8 years and no kids.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she was MIA. She's back.
Being open and letting things go because it affects your bedroom. I want you to want to do new things. It's a trust.
Oh yeah. You know what? In some of those new things, you gotta explore too and find out what those things look like. You know, I was watching a series. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Would you let me finish my thought?
Richie, hold on, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read these things. You want to talk on everything.
Yes.
Hold on. Richie saying, we done treated a few in our day. Look at that. Come on, Rich. We did it back in the day.
Oh, does that make you excited?
Back in the day, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's just reminiscent, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again. I don't.
It's important not to put people in a box. Everyone doesn't want the same things. I think you have to ask. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm going to get to that one too, Adrian. Hold on with that one. I'm going to get to that one. Tanya Wilder, a woman reaches 40 and she's in her prime, but the man is ready to sit down somewhere. Exactly, Tanya. That's why we say put on the ball and chain. We locked up now. We done.
what Richard just talked about, that's old days. We can reminisce and talk about the old days all day long. But we ain't trying to do that no more. We done. Ain't trying to be out in the streets no more.
Red says you crazy, Candace. A man would look for that simple look because if he ends up with her already, sees what he's gonna be waking up to. Now that is true. But I'm gonna give you every. But see, I did that from the word say go. You know. But at the end of the day, you gotta know who you marrying
I love
to.
that, Red.
And that's because of the look.
I love that. What Roger Thompson says, there you go, laugh out loud. No, not true, Tanya. I'm 59 and still in my prime. Not ready to sit down yet.
Hey, well look here. Hey, Mr. Thompson. Say. Tanya, he might have something for you. He might have something for you.
Wait, I think you skipped. Don't nobody want all that fake butt with eyelashes looking like damn fella. And okay, no, you skipped that one. And the butt.
The one I just read is
Oh, you're reading off for that. Okay, you're gonna see things different than what I see. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. He said
He was responding.
Hey, that's Kid Folk,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, uncle.
Kid folk say he ain't done.
Yeah.
Hey, look here, man. For
Nothing
the men,
wrong with that.
Hold on. For the men that are still out there, be careful. I'm not mad at you. I gotta sit down. It's over. Then that's why I spend all my time with these kids and the job and this little short woman over here. I'm pretty much.
Well, it better be done. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All
I'm
right.
saying I want to be done.
Yeah.
I want to. I really want to be done.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's where I want to be. But I want to work on. My point is, I want to talk about the things that make it difficult to continue in this world that we're in now. This world we're in right now. Like once you got past, that point where you're constantly out hunting. And trying to, as Miss Adrian said, keep this thing alive and don't look at me as a baby mama. Look at me as a girlfriend. Look at me. How do you keep the mentality of a girlfriend? What is a woman looking for in a man to make that man, want to continue to treat her like a girlfriend? How is she going to help him get to that point?
Yeah.
How is she going to help him get
No, I feel that because a lot of people are choosing even not to get married, because of
It is.
and it's a lot of people that are saying I don't want it. I don't want it. I'd rather stay out here and be single.
I don't blame them. But when it's cold outside.
Oh, they gonna find somebody, but it'll be that for that night.
But
Only for one night.
But that one night could be somebody that leave you with a lifetime of misery.
Yeah, that's true.
A lifetime of misery.
Oh,
Might leave you on first 48 like Mark said.
it could.
I mean, that at some point, guys, I believe that we have to admit that every time we step into a situation with a different person, based on
You bringing in all of that persons.
based
Yeah.
on life and experiences that we are seeing and hearing. Even talking about the woman in the beginning in the news with the show Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
Who the fuck? Yeah.
Who the fuck did I marry?
Yeah.
Every time we step into something new, guys, we're stepping into a gamble. It is
It's
gamble.
a big risk.
It's a gamble. And at some point, we do all this work. We do all this day-to-day getting up routine of taking care of ourselves, or taking care of our kids, or taking care of our mothers, our grandmothers, our grandfathers. We're planning for the future. We're planning for Social Security era. Retirement. That's what we're planning for. We want to plan. We make all these plans to go around the world and go fishing and do all these great things that we enjoy doing. But you're gambling. You will lay in your bed and share your crotch with a person, but won't even share a kiss with a person. A kiss. Right?
I guess. I mean,
There are people that do this. I mean, is it harder these days to share your crotch or kiss?
harder kiss is what I'm assuming.
Which one? Y'all tell me that. That's a major one right there. Which one? Which one is it harder to share?
But you bring it
Which one is it harder to share and why?
Now you know it's 9:30.
No, we being real right now. If they start going off here, then we'll shut it down.
No, it's I'm
Okay,
young.
okay, you gonna get sleepy. Okay,
Yeah.
here's this. Which one is it harder to share, guys? Which one is it harder to share? You tell me this real quick. Which one, women, is it harder to share? Your crotch or a kiss? And when I say a kiss, I'm talking about a real kiss.
A kiss.
I'm talking about one. You in it. You in it. Just slobbing all over each other. All right. Which one is it harder to share? You know, because I think we're in a position where we will do things to satisfy each other in the moment, but the kiss makes it intimate. The kiss takes it past effing. Okay. Now the kiss makes it intimate. Looking each other in the eyes and then closing them makes it intimate. And men and women are at a point. How many times have you looked your wife or girlfriend or person that you're dating in the face and kissed them lately? Oh, it's about to get quiet in here now. It's about to get quiet now.
Make third down more manageable.
You already know the answer. I know where we at.
Here we go.
We keep it 100 over
CeeDee
here.
Lamb,
We
this
gonna
time
keep it
CeeDee Lamb's
100. I know there were several people ready for this, but at the end of the day, if you can't look your man in the eyes and stick your tongue down his mouth on a daily basis, then how you really gonna say that, you really want intimacy? Because that's the intimacy. When you look a person in the face, eye to eye, chest to chest, chest to chest, not just bending somebody over, guys, and letting their face be away from you, not just getting on it while they half sleep, not all that stuff. I'm talking about looking eye to eye, chest to chest. It's something that we all got to work on. That's something that in 2024 I want to do with my wife. I want her to get up and brush her mouth, and I want to get up and brush my mouth. And before she leave that house, or before I leave that house, I want her to turn to me, look me in my eyes, and give me a kiss. That's what I want. Because that is intimacy. That is a way of showing affection that is normally not shown in relationships day to day. It's the simple things, guys. These are things that we can do day to day to help us understand each other better, to help our wives and you to help your husbands feel more confident that I'm leaving this house knowing that I got a person that gives a damn about me day to day.
I do feel
then we got a
it.
problem.
You know, the thing is, life is just short, and we're going out into this world when we leave. So I do feel it. I think that is important. That is extremely important.
Yeah. Miss Angel said exactly that touch. That touch.
Because that's what intimacy is really about.
That real touch. That's a real touch, guys. That's a real touch. We're in an era, guys, whether y'all want to agree with it or not. I'm not saying y'all are the ladies. I'm not saying y'all are the men. But we're in an era, guys, where a person can get that crotch up quick and they can give up that mouth any day. I mean, that's just the era we're in. I know what era we're in, I mean, because we have been in that era. We have been in that era where we will get involved in that way quicker than we'll look each other in the face and touch faces, I mean, that's the era we're in.
And so we got to do a better job of that. We got to do a better job of showing intimacy. I think that if you are with a good person, I'm not talking about no piece of trash. If you're with a good person, then when you look that person in their eyes and you say, baby, I want you to have a good day today. Have a good day today. And you end that conversation with a kiss. A real kiss. They would think about that. Because men always say, you got to empty me out. Empty me out. In reality, guys, you don't even got to empty me out. All you got to do is show me that you truly care. Show me that you truly care. Show me you truly care about me. Show me, I mean, you look me in my eyes and you say, no, you're going to kiss me before you leave this house. And I mean, that's a way, ladies, I'm telling you, everything that you want, that man will go out. If you got a good man, that man will go out and he will bust his ass to make it happen for you. If you would just show him that effort. Just show him the effort. It's all about the effort. If you give no effort to show intimacy in your home, then you can't act like you are shocked and in disbelief when effort is being shown outside the home and he slips up and fails. You can say it's wrong, because it is wrong, but you can't act like you're shocked. And I think that's the key to us getting to a place in life where we're happy and we understand the mission. We understand the agenda. We understand the plan. Is accepting our role within the relationship. Accepting our role. You can say everything that you want. You can talk about the lack of understanding or not, whatever, or understanding this or understanding that. But the main thing is understanding that you have a role here to create peace and comfort and stability. That stability that you're asking for, that security that you're asking for, show the man by looking him dead in his damn eyes and putting your lips on his that you are proud of him, that you appreciate him, and that you support and need him. And if you do that, he gonna go out there and grind for you.
And you have been listening to Dr. Love.
There you go. That's the problem. That's the problem. Hey, politician! Hey, they don't want to hear it. But I tell you what, real is real. Real is real. And if it ain't happening, it better start happening. Don't fret, because it's going to start happening over here. I'm going to make her ass get up, and she going to brush that stinking tongue in the morning, and she going to slob me in the mouth before she leave this house. Starting in the morning. You call me Dr. Love, you call me whatever. But that's what's going to happen in the morning in my house. Men out there, I suggest you do the same thing. We'll come back next week.
I don't have a problem with
We'll come back with next week and we'll talk about why, if you're okay with it, why we didn't understand nothing. I don't think we got it.
I think I understand though.
No, you don't. Because y'all don't want to hear what you
I understand it.
You don't want to hear what we say.
Oh, I hear.
And let me know, guys.
It's a difference.
Let me know, guys, if y'all okay if we're coming back and talking about next week why women don't understand men.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Sure.
But, hold on, I want them to say you.
Listen, you done had a whole monologue on here, and
I
now
ain't had a monologue. This is real. This is real.
You guys, Coop is really into the relationship thing, and I would say all the time, why do you want to talk about relationships all the time? But it's important because We
We're
are
losing black
we are
relationships.
losing those relationships.
You just said
We
people
we
don't
are
wanna get married
people
no
are
more.
people don't want to get married,
And what
it
happens
is
when
a
you don't have relationships? Kids struggle.
Yeah.
So everything
Yeah.
that I care most about struggles when y'all can't get along.
That's true. The kids carry on the trauma. You know, we were this weekend at my job. We held an event, and it talked about how so many parents are just struggling, you guys, and just like having this trauma and this baggage and stress just related to life and how the kids take that on. And I'm saying that because in life, and I know it can be very lonely. It can be, even though you may not necessarily be alone, you could have 100 people around you, but my mom and I were even talking about earlier today, how people are really lonely, and I mean, I started the show off, we talked about Miss Fannie Willis, who is a district attorney, has a huge job in Atlanta, talked about the lady on TikTok now that has this series out. These were lonely women.
Yeah.
They were at the end of the day, that's what it was about. And most of the time, because again, as you guys know, especially if you're talking about black on black love, women outnumber black men. It's a numbers game. And there's more women born in this world than there are men. And so it's definitely needed conversations. I will 100% agree with you when it comes to that. That's why he gets so passionate. So y'all, I joke and I tease him all the time, but it's true. It's true. And you find more unhealthy marriages, thank you for bringing that up, than healthy marriages. And so, I would like to say we're not perfect. We're two imperfect beings.
Shit, I never tried.
Our marriage is not perfect. But here's what I will do. I don't believe in keeping information to myself. So if we find information that potentially have worked maybe for us, if we can be transparent about what's going on in our marriage, if we can be transparent about what we're experiencing in life, hopefully that will be able to help others. So again, I joke with Cooper all the time, about his stance on relationships and how deep he gets when it comes to that. But at the end of the day, we've got to do a better job with having these conversations to bring it to the light. So hopefully it can help the next generation.
Shout out to Richard, man, again,
Yeah.
as always, for sending the 20 stars. Shout out, I appreciate it.
Thank you for the stars, you guys. Thank you so much for the stars. We appreciate it. That could be another go towards a fishing trip, maybe.
Good job, bro. Love it, Richard. I agree with you, Coop. It really does work. Make them blush every time. This time.
Yeah.
It's necessary conversation. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Adrian, it's true, and a lot of us have not had good examples of healthy marriages, and people don't always share their intimate challenges.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. And
We
that's
gotta talk.
exactly why
We gotta
here.
talk about it.
That's exactly why I talk about it here,
Yeah.
Adrian, because
Yeah.
nobody wants to talk about this. I said it earlier. I don't want people all in my business. Okay,
Yeah.
man, you don't act like you the only one going through this stuff, and you shame that the world would know that you have problems. Man, come on, man. Everybody got problems, man. You sit in that corner and be lonely by yourself, you're gonna end up divorced. And I'm trying to change that, guys. That I think you need more people talking about this and being real about the fact that things aren't perfect. You're not going to be 100% perfect. We are business people. We're trying to make things happen. We're trying to take care of our kids. If you're doing these things, you're not going to be perfect all the time. I mean, come on, guys. But you got to talk and be realistic about it. Miss Tanya, loneliness will make you accept things you normally wouldn't tolerate. I chose to be alone until God sends me the right man. Man, boy,
I know
Lord
that's
have
right.
mercy.
I know that's right.
Lord have mercy.
Just let me tell you
You got
something.
confidence in you.
You can do
bad by yourself.
Bad by
You can
yourself.
do bad by yourself.
Tyler
You damn
Perry
right, Miss
made a
Tanya, and I love
movie.
for
You
it.
sure can.
I love you for it.
Peace is so important.
Yeah, right. Look, man, we want to thank y'all for being with us tonight. I know it got a little long tonight, but this is, like they said, a needed conversation. And we had the conversation, and we're going to continue to have the conversation because relationships in our community is essential, and our kids need to see lasting relationships. Seriously. They need to see this. And a lot of y'all are talking about it as we go through this stuff. That if you didn't see this, how can I, make mine last? And that is a damn good question. And we need to change that. We need to change it. All right. So I want to thank y'all for being with us tonight. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm better for it. I'm better. Trust me. As I look at y'all's comments, it helps us as much as we would ever help y'all. So this is us helping each other. All right. And I think that's what is truly important here.
My last thought. Men, if you truly want to understand a woman, go and talk to that great aunt. Go and speak to that grandmother. Go and speak to someone in your family who loves you, who is an older female influence, and you'll figure out everything you need to know. There's nothing like the wisdom of an older woman who loves your dirty draws and wants the best for you. She's going to tell you everything you need to know if you truly want to understand a woman. That's awesome.
You have tuned in tonight to Live with the Coopers. And we will see y'all on Wednesday with Salute the Real. We out.